can stop a god.
Hello everybody, and welcome back to Vecna, Eve of Ruin, here on Dork Tales. I'm your Dungeon Master Kelly, I use he and him, and I am very excited to be heading back into Never Death Catacombs with this presently unnamed party, but I'm sure they'll come up with a name eventually. I'm very excited to be back here, and I think we should go around and introduce everybody so that we can hop back into the action. Let's start with Christine, who is looking a little more animated than normal.
Hello, I'm Christine. I use she, her pronouns. And tonight I get to play Rosie Thistledrop, our gnome artificer artillerist.
Nice. And Christine is not on camera tonight because she's a little under the weather, but she refused to miss an episode of this. So
I don't feel super great, but I wanted to be here.
We stand for Christine.
Especially episode 2.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. Next to you, over in the corner, we have, I was almost said Lirwin, because the transformation is so complete there. Honestly, I don't know how you pull off blonde hair like that, Robin, but hey, it's Robin.
Well, I take it, I usually take it off my hair, and it's a wig, so that's how I pull it off, is just, you lift it off your head. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh. I don't really pull because I messes it up, but gently remove it.
Apply
but yes, hello. Exactly. Hello, everyone. I'm Robin. I use she, her pronouns. Sorry, my nose is itchy. The wig hair's getting on it. Perfect for my intro. Still there. God damn it. Please, can we be nice here? No? Okay. Yes, I'm Robin. I use she, her pronouns, and so does my way of the astral self, moon elf monk, Lirwin. I said that better this time, so, we're getting... You gotta take your wins where you can. And yeah, super excited to see what happens. Lirwin is very much a nice, good hero character, but Robin definitely wants to punch some cultists in the face.
Nice.
With my many arms.
Many arms for many punching. Someone else who wants to punch Vecna in the face is Chris.
Hello. I'm Chris. I use he, him, or they, them pronouns, and really happy to be here tonight. And are you ready to fuck up Vecna? Let's do it. I play Gaunt, the dead man of the group.
Gaunt Deadman of the New England Deadmans?
Of course.
And last but not least, Jen.
Hey, I'm Jen. I use she, her pronouns. I've given 23 work presentations this month, and I managed to not make that my intro, which was really, I won. I had to do a different intro for work. But I'm playing Imogen, our human fighter champion subclass. And Robin, if you want to feel better about your hair, sometimes, because I wear hearing aids for this, sometimes the wig hair gets stuck inside my ear with my hearing aid. It is the worst feeling in the world. No. Oh, I can also see this week because I swapped which eye my contacts went into, and apparently I was wrong last time. Yay! They're not labeled. They're not labeled as left eye and right eye, and my prescription is very, very similar.
You should just put an L on the lens itself and an R on the lens with a Sharpie.
That's what I want to do.
Honestly, you could probably see through it if you did that. If you did it on the outside, you probably wouldn't. But anyway, as long as you want dark eyes. All right, so folks. That's fair. That's fair. All right, so folks, we're going to be hopping into game in just a minute, but before we do, I need to thank our 5th player tonight, none other than Bookwyrm Games. Bookwyrm Games is our sponsor. It has been for a year now. They're absolutely fantastic, and I really encourage you to go support them. You can use code DorkTales at their website to save 15% on more than 170 different types of dice. It is a fantastic place to go to find liquid core, to find wood dice like these awesome wood dice that I have right here. You also can get gemstone, you can get acrylic, you can get resin, and very soon I actually just had a meeting with the proprietor Michael earlier this week, yesterday actually, about what types of dice we're going to have there from the Dork Tales collection. So if you have any suggestions for what you'd like in, on, or about these dice, go ahead and let us know in our Discord or in the comments on YouTube. We're looking at a few different sets so that you can have some choice and jump in feet first on both of them and have on all of them and have some really cool dice. But go check out Bookwyrm games right now, and you can find them at most conventions around the Pacific Northwest, and go say hi to them. Tell them the Dork Tale sent you. Besides that, we have a lot of really cool stuff ahead. But we should probably hop into game and continue hunting down Vecna, or at least the cult of Vecna. See, last time, the characters were assembled at the house of one Lord Neverember. Lord Neverember, Daggled Neverember to his friends, asked you group of traveling heroes to go and investigate a series of disappearances around the city of Neverwinter. According to research and some magic cast by some priests, these disappearances had been tracked to Never Death Graveyard. A lot of never in this city. And there was a worry that something even more nefarious than a simple kidnapping was afoot. You were hired to go underneath and united through an old friend, a half-elf cleric named Osric, and you went underneath, had a couple of encounters with some wights, and then I think that was about it, actually. You fought some wights, and then you hunted around, had a conversation with a water genasi, or a Merid, I suppose, and rather than a genasi. And from there...
Oh, and the guy who was fixing clocks.
And yeah, that was the Merid right there. So you had a conversation.
Okay.
Yep.
Right.
From there, you managed to rescue a small... Well, you managed to rescue a gnome historian who began babbling about all of the things that he didn't know. At which point he said that he obviously wasn't going to give anything away about the secrets of Vecna. At which point, three of you exchanged looks, knowing that this was no mere death cult, but something far darker. A cult of Vecna, a multidimensional lich god, known for bringing secrets and terror to the multiverse. And one of you ended game with who? And that was Imogen, because Imogen has a Swiss cheese memory right now.
Who's Vecna?
Who's Vecna? And that is where we are going to start game. I'm going to pause here for just 1 sec, though. And does it keep making the crackle for everybody? So there, hold on. I'm going to just adjust a port. So give me 1 second.
Yeah, I've caught another one at 22.
Yeah.
It's like a half.
It's like a little crackle on the end of your word
Yeah.
most of the time. And I've caught 3 so far.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I think when Robin said the times that she caught, I caught all the exact same times.
It. I'm not noticing it, but that's just me.
It is not too distinctive. It's like the sort of thing that you could miss if you don't know about it.
Yeah. And also,
Now it's not. There we go. Yes, Soul, everybody's mute. I unplugged something. All right. Talk to me, people. Okay. And then I just gotta go. I gotta click DC button. Boop. There we go. All right. Beep. There we go. How's that? Is that better? Crackle, crackle. Any luck? Can you hear me? Why can't I hear you now? This is dumb. I don't like this. I changed it? No, I don't care, man. Just... Oh, hold on. I know what happened. I just have to go like that. Hello.
hello.
Hello, hello,
You're still
everyone.
Super
Yep.
You're
quiet.
still real quiet.
Well, that's fine. I can fix that part. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, guys, don't ever become a streamer. don't ever do it.
A little
Don't-
late.
Okay.
Really?
All right. There you are.
Hi. Oh yeah, it's a little loud.
Yay.
All right, I'm gonna turn myself down.
It's a
to
little
80.
loud, but yeah.
Turn myself down to 80%. How's that? Hi, everybody. Hello, everybody.
sounds
This is
good.
Markiplier. Am I
Can
crit
you
crackling?
do narrator voice and not announcer voice?
Yeah.
As you walk through the tunnel, it is tunnely.
You're okay. Thank
All
you.
right,
Yeah,
cool.
we're good.
Hey, you're okay too, buddy. 21.
Just to let you know, I think the chat can't hear us.
The chat can hear you.
No,
I
they
think
couldn't.
can now. Yeah.
They couldn't hear us. They
Oh,
can
okay.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Oh yeah, there we
It's yeah, it's because he unplugged stuff and then moved it around. Like we know, chat. We're like 2 minutes ahead of you, so we know
Yeah.
you can't. We know something's wrong.
All right. You know what's wrong is we gotta go hunt down Vecna. All right. I switched it to a different port because the USB 3 port was fighting with the mic apparently. So
Yeah, sometimes I know that was an issue with my mic a little bit ago.
weird. So I moved it to a non-USB 3 and we'll see if that works.
Hmm.
Because I'd rather edit the intro than edit the game.
Yeah, fair. And so far have not heard a single.
Crit crack.
Yeah.
All
Oh,
right.
there was one right there. Just kidding.
Oh my god,
I
Bug,
will-
no!
I will I'm turning him
I
off.
actually caught it right there because he said it right after you said crick crack. And that's
Wait,
when he's
did-
like, "Oh, there's one." I was like, "Haha, I see your dad joke."
I see your dad joke and I raise it with I will stab you. All right.
My usual reaction to dad jokes. Cool.
Is that why you don't have a dad anymore?
Oh,
Ooh.
and that joke I like.
Hey, for Jen's birthday, Jen and I are both members of the Dads Club. So I got her a birthday present that was a bumper sticker that says "Don't honk at me, my dad's dead."
It's my favorite.
It's so bad.
We have blog is having super internet troubles that he's missing most of our talks right now.
Man, this is a night, ain't it?
Like the whole stab you thing is my usual reaction to like most dad jokes, but for some reason, blog pulls them off.
It's because he's actually a father.
Well,
Yeah.
my own dad makes them.
Yeah, well,
And I
maybe he's not
go,
actually a father. How does your milkman look like you?
Ouch. No, I've got a lot of fucked up physical things that definitely come from my dad's side.
Oh, okay, not from the milkman. Got ya.
There's a lot of things that we can identify came from my dad's side.
It's just because I need to not to take anything away from Bookwyrm at all, but I did make Vecna dice that I'm very proud of.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, Michael, can you make these? Can you make these and we can just call them like Vance dice or something like that? Legally distinct from Vecna, because Vecna is just
If
Vance
you want a better
spelled
picture,
different.
I can give you a better picture.
They're
but
called
nice.
what's Vecna backwards?
and Kev
and
and
Kev
Sev.
and Kev dice.
Kevin dice.
Kevin dice.
Kevin dice.
All right.
Kevin dice.
So, without further ado, I think it's time for us to head into Vecna, Eve of Ruin, here on Dork Tales. You stand in an ancient drainage canal. Behind you, a trio of elementals wade around beneath falling water, mimicking rain. Imogen, you have smashed open a door, revealing a small gnome, dressed in finery. He is old, with gray hair, swept back from a widow's peak. He's very pale, and, like one of your party members, more than a little gaunt. He looks forward and,
Please don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. I'll tell you everything I know. I promise I won't share anything about my research. Nothing about Vecna.
Who's Vecna?
Do you have any food?
don't, but do any of you have food?
Oh,
I have no
yes.
use for it.
Lyran's gonna just like start rummaging through her bag real quick. Seemingly her hand seems to go in a lot farther than one might think. And she's just gonna start pulling out rations? Yeah, probably some rations and probably some like equivalent knockoff lembas bread.
Do you have anything that's perhaps a bit fancier, something with a bit more flavor to it?
Are you trying to negotiate food? You seem trapped. I don't think it's time to negotiate food.
I would happily give some if I had it, but you
I've
I
been
don't.
fed. I wish that
This is filling.
Well, I suppose beggars can't be choosers. And I most certainly am begging.
Here.
He begins tearing into it hungrily. The old gnome hasn't had anything in more than a day or two from the looks of it, the way that he gnaws through it. Before long, it is completely devoured. And he daintily uses his cravat as a napkin to sweep the various crumbs off of his slight bit of stubble.
Thank you. You're not with the cult of Vecna.
No offense, but
so.
do we look like cult members? He does.
He does.
What do modern cult members wear today? Is it what you're wearing?
I suppose cultists. What do they wear?
From behind you, you'll hear Osric say,
Really, cult clothing doesn't really go out of style. It's all, the dark robes and so on. It's like a good waistcoat, always in fashion. Among certain communities, of course.
Yes. Are you here to rescue me then?
As long as you tell us everything you know.
Of course. Of course. I'm a historian. I specialize in research. Particularly, I'm Neverwinter's preeminent expert on the Archlich Vecna. Recently, I have been doing clandestine research. My newest project has been between the Archlich Vecna and his treacherous lieutenant, Cass. I've kept this to myself, of course, so that other scholars don't beat me to publication, but I'm a slow writer. I've been working on this for years and years. For a while, I was working with the local theater troupe to put on productions of my work, but then they outpaced me by the 7th or 8th book, and they just changed the ending of all of it. It was a disaster. But yes, I've been doing research about the fallout between Vecna and Cass. Oh, such an interesting story. Well, once upon a time, before the Lichdom, before Cass became a vampire, there was quite a, shall I say, bromance between them. Some say that they were friends, some say that they were lovers, but Vecna and Cass were at the very least close associates, driven men who shared similarly evil outlooks. The legends say that Cass admired Vecna's sadism, his thirst for power, while Vecna valued Cass's ferocity and cruelty. However, by the time that Vecna became a lich, and a despotic ruler on the world of Earth. Or Earth. Cass was given control of his armies, and for doing so, Vecna forged an artifact known as the Sword of Cass. Unfortunately, he created it too well. The sword had a will of its own, and it began to whisper in Cass's ear that he deserved to be in Vecna's throne. And so, he staged a rebellion. He betrayed Vecna, confronted him in his own tower, and Cass killed him. The Undying King, the Lich King, was killed. But before Vecna died, he flung his lieutenant across the multiverse. The legends say that Cass lost his sword and landed somewhere in the demi-planes beyond, in one of the dark places, the Dread Domains, where he has been bound and trapped ever since. But Vecna, well, do you have a cloth? My spectacles are very smudged. It has been an absolute terror being down here, especially without my notes.
I'll pass him a really dusty one.
I suppose this'll do. So Vecna was, you cannot kill that which has no life. And Vecna gave his life to magic. And so through magic, he was reborn. Many, many times. Much better. Oh, I'm sorry. Here. He passes it back. And so Vecna's evil survived in the hand and the eye that Cass carved from him during the fight. That's the symbol of the eye and the hand that you see everywhere. I'm sorry, did I just info dump? Oh, I never get a scholar going on his material.
I appreciate the knowledge. I didn't know any of that, so...
Surprisingly well informed for somebody not of that plane.
Well, I happen to be a particularly knowledgeable type. I've studied a number of places, Candlekeep, all along the Sword Coast. I'm particularly well read.
Kelly?
Yes.
Can I... I'm not sure if this is appropriate, but can I try and use insight to see if I'm getting the sense that he might be holding something back, or if there's like possibly a way to prod him to get more information?
Sure.
Yeah, I was wondering if if Liron could make a history roll to see if any knowledge about Vecna like that is something I've heard that I can corroborate what he's saying.
Go ahead.
22.
22? You think that he's telling the vast majority of it that he thinks of? You might be able... I mean, getting more information out of him is not going to be the hardest task you've ever done.
17 for history.
You think that's about it? He could go in more depth about the conquests that Cass did on behalf of Vecna. He could go into more of their falling out and more of their young life. But broad strokes, yeah, he gave you the Wikipedia synopsis. However, as you are both having this thought, all of you are going to feel a bit of a chill run up your spine. And as you do, you feel that the information that you have gained here, that Umberto's secret role as a historian of Vecna, and the knowledge that he has, is critical. And I'm going to explain something to you right now. From here on in, we are going to use something called the power of secrets. Every time you learn a powerful secret, I will let you know. Once you learn a secret, you cannot learn it a second time. When one character learns a secret, it counts as a secret learned for the entire party. These secrets are going to help you in the story ahead. While you cannot do this yet, eventually you will have the ability to expend these secrets to gain additional abilities and to alter the course of fate. At any time, you can magically spend a secret like a currency, revealing it to the multiverse to gain a momentary boon. To do this, you must use an action to whisper the secret to the wind. The secret is then gone from the minds of every person in the party simultaneously. There are some exceptions to this, but I will be the one to tell you when those are the case. When you spend a secret, for the next minute, everyone in the party has advantage on d20 rolls.
Like,
period.
Completely?
Period.
Oh, holy crap. Okay.
You might hear
someone multi-class into rogue.
So if, for example, I explain to you that my secret is that I'm actually Batman, and you revealed that secret to the universe, learning I was Batman a second time does not give you that secret back. You have expended its currency permanently. If you share a secret with a non-player character, with the exception of the fifth party member Osric, because he is part of your official party, so any other NPC, that secret immediately loses its power and counts as being revealed. If you do that instance, it remains in the minds of every character in the party, but you gain no mechanical benefit. But you burn the secret.
Gotcha.
You have no way of expending these at the moment, but throughout the course of the story, you will eventually find a way to spend these secrets. In the meanwhile, each of you will have like a little like tinkle, like video game like ting effect go off inside of your brains.
Diddly diddly do.
Exactly. And
where the fuck is that Teams notification coming from?
Too real, Jen. Too real.
All right. So, as the chat said, telling Vecna secrets is dangerous business, and you are in the business of danger. All of you are going to immediately realize that he has just told you a secret that is rather important.
Okay.
Do we know what specifically of the information you told is the secret?
His secret research project.
Okay. Secret research project. Okay, cool.
And Christine, did you have a question?
It was exactly that, because I was thinking we need to have a Google Doc where we keep track of this to know what is an actual secret that we could then burn by telling it by accident.
And do not worry, when you hear a secret, I will inform you. You have gained another secret.
So his secret research project
in Vecna and Cass?
Learning Umberto's secret research topic counts as a secret for the power of secrets. So with that, Umberto will finish explaining his things. You will see that you think you could probably get more information out of him, but you got all the broad strokes out of him, Gaunt.
It's a dangerous line of research.
Inquiring minds need to know. It is imperative that history be chronicled, regardless the cost.
Tell me more about this bromance between the two of them. That was really interesting.
Which version would you like to hear?
Whatever you believe is closest to the truth.
Well, I believe that both of them were fragile men. Their egos, the only thing as vulnerable as their hearts. and that together they found a kinship. Vecna, the beautiful and studious and blonde of hair and fair of skin, and Cass, tanned, dark-haired, and swarthy. They found a way into each other's hearts and into each other's company. I can show you some sketches if we find my notebook.
You have a notebook around here?
I did when they captured me.
Did they say what they were going to do with you?
No. I assumed it was that I stuck my nose in somewhere that it didn't belong, but they haven't even bothered to question me. They just put me in this room.
Has anyone been by? Like you said, you haven't been fed, but have they come and checked on you?
No.
How long have you been here?
I mean, it feels like days. I did, however, hear that they said that there were others.
Probably keeping potential sacrifices separate so they can't collude to escape.
Well, I didn't have much chance of that. But I do now. I would very much like to leave now, if that's all right.
That's probably
What did your notebook look like if we find it? And we can where can we find you?
Oh, let me just look. My name is Umberto Noblin. Yes, it rhymes with goblin. You can find me at the Neverwinter University. Beyond that, my notebook looks like, I mean, it's a journal. If you find...
Yes, but leather?
Oh, well, of course.
Dark
Who has...
leather?
It is a special oil-resistant beaver leather. It smells mildly of vanilla, strangely. The beasts have a gland inside of the... Never mind. Let's just say that beaver secretions smell of vanilla.
Yes,
Okay,
I got
think
into
I've learned
really...
too much now. I'm gonna just... And Imogen's just kind of gonna walk in a different direction. Not too far, just away.
There's nothing wrong with vanilla! It's the only thing in that book that's vanilla. All right. So, looking back around the chamber, what do you all do?
Well, I believe that's the first time I've heard about the two of them being romantically inclined with each other, but... It's a great story.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, I very much would like to escape, if that's all right with you.
Oh, of course. I just wanted to know where to find you if you're, if you found your notebook, if it's that important with all your research in it.
It is. If you wouldn't mind, I would greatly appreciate you deliver it to me.
Of course. I think it's really silly that this play production decided to go off of your story and make changes even though you haven't finished writing it yet. They really should have waited.
They really should have. They did a bunch of, like, third act strangeness. It's pretty, well, technically 8th act, there was a big, oh, I'm Vecna, Lord of Darkness, I'm here to do evil. And then they just pulled a couple of random names out of a hat and said, oh, here's an adventuring party that is going to stop you. They pulled a couple of, like, legendary adventurers out of a hat. It was very frustrating.
So we will endeavor to find your book and bring it back to you. If they haven't burned it or anything.
Exactly. Besides, who knows how that Vecna's story ends? I know for a fact it has nothing to do with anyone the likes of ancient Netherese adventurers. It's foolhardy.
Run along now. Mind the zombies.
Zombies?
Up at the front.
Outside in the graveyard.
I will do my best to skedaddle then. Thank you.
And with that, he will rush out and take off running.
Once he's out of earshot, I think Rosie will lean in and be like, I actually saw that play. It wasn't half bad.
Do you want to make me an intelligence roll?
Sure. That is 22.
22. You'll remember that they actually just pulled a bunch of adventurer names out of a hat for that one. You remember that there were 4 characters in the play that eventually defeated Vecna. One was a ranger named Minsk. The other was a bard named Katarina Firestring. The third was an elf named Learwyn? Actually, kind of dressed like that Learwyn. Similar pigtails. And the 4th person was an elf woman named Jahira.
Nice. Yeah, I think they just like took legit adventurer names and put them in a hat and just pulled them out mid-play.
Yep.
Good. You actually share a name with one of them. She'll point to Learwyn. There's some elf called Learwyn. So that's kind of cool. Maybe you know her.
Maybe. Huh. They used my likeness. Huh. Should I sue them for that? No, it's fine. It's probably fine. Anyway.
I would like to insight to see if I overheard what Lyran just said.
You can make me a perception roll, please.
Awesome. Nope. That's a 2 I rolled. I think even with my 6, that only takes it to 8, so I don't catch it. Rosie's distracted. There's too much noise from the water elementals or something.
Fair. Yeah, no, there's definitely... I didn't put on rain sounds for this because I know we'd all fall asleep.
Or have to go... feel like we need to go pee really bad.
Or both, you know. All right, so you hear the pitter-patter of little gnome feet running up the hallway as Umberto makes his escape. The room that you're in right now has a couple of exits off of it, as well as a tunnel that seems to take you back to the north. What are you thinking? What's the next bit of plan?
So, that's one rescued.
Someone who knows about this stuff should probably actually figure out where we're going.
I think that all of us know a bit about it, Imogen. A while back inside of Neverwinter, there were some adventurers who went to... They encountered the cult of Vecna at a place that they called... the Nest of the Eldritch Eye. this bitch has been surprisingly present for a dead man.
He gets around.
Mm-hmm. And I was hoping the dead men would tell no tales. No offense, Gaunt.
We haven't got to the campfire yet.
Mm-hmm. Look, all I know is that if there are other kidnapped, they must have something in mind for them. It's not like a normal cult where they're just going to sacrifice them and kill them. There's always an extra layer of secrets with this undead prick.
I couldn't have said that better.
What? It was an actor, a sorcerer, a historian, and then also someone summoning from the working on the outer planes.
Mm-hmm.
The historian, sorcerer, and outer planes specialist makes sense. The actor, I'm not quite certain why.
Well, I don't know about that. Maybe it has to do with research. Actors research roles.
Exactly.
I did when I was on stage.
There was something about...
So maybe somebody thinks they might have information?
Maybe.
There was something about the information that he had that was... It was important somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they're trying to bring Vecna back. Or free him. He says he's bound, so...
No, he said Cass was bound. Cass is stuck in a domain of dread. Those things are, they're like roach motels. You can check in, but you can't check out.
Yes. Lost
There's
and
still
bound for
ways to...
hundreds of years. Not great time. Yep.
There's still ways to spread your influence outside of them.
Oh,
Well,
yes, of course, but...
So potentially they just hit on the wrong thing. They asked the wrong question at the wrong time to the wrong person and made somebody think that they had information. Or more information that could be used, or... Sometimes you have to be really careful when doing research.
And with this particular cult, they're quite tricksy.
Mm-hmm.
We should all be on guard.
Yes.
They're also a bunch of dicks.
Exactly.
Now,
At least everyone I've met.
Now, I know we had a brief discussion about flooding rooms for potentially killing cultists, but what if we tried to make a distraction, you know?
You mean only kill a few of them?
Well, get some people here and see if any of them can be saved, if people are here against their will or anything like that, find out where the hostages are, and then if they're all evil, then yes, we can kill them all. But I just kind of want to make sure that we're not just gonna go just kill innocent people. Like,
Fair, and I forgot that we wouldn't necessarily know where the hostages were. But
so if I,
in my experience at least, everybody who's had anything to do with Vecna is there because they want to be. They don't advertise to people who aren't interested.
We can attempt to do things that way. However, if I don't believe them, Are you familiar with what a revenant? Undead creature rises from the grave, not like a zombie, but seeking out revenge on those that wronged them.
Oh, yeah, few hundred years ago. Yeah. I met one actually.
Think of me as something similar. If I don't believe them, they will not live.
I think that's fair. That's very valid, and
I'm willing to try things your way. But
good.
Justice must be served.
Of course. I fully believe in a swift, steady hand of justice. Many hands of justice. Laird will have all of her astral arms clench into fists. But just make sure that justice is due. So, thank you, Gaunt.
I was looking for a bit of a quick buck, and the flooding would have helped with that, but yeah.
Well, I mean,
I don't really care either way.
last time I encountered them, they killed everybody else around me. So, I kind of don't want that to happen again. And generally, if you hit first, they have less of a chance to screw you over first. But I see
if we could just try and hit first, but hit maybe not deadly. Inconvenience. And get the upper edge.
Really hard to do with cannon fire.
Well, might I offer a suggestion then? Rosie, you are knowledgeable about things like piping and pressure systems and so on, are you not? Osric will say.
Yes.
Well, we don't have to flood them to... Well, we don't have to drown them to flood them. And these pipes are old. Do you think that you could do enough pressure to cause a leak? An inconvenient leak? One that would definitely dampen their trousers, perhaps? Enough that they'd come looking?
Oh, so then we wouldn't have to go searching for them through trapped hallways.
And we would be able to pick them off one at a time. Or at least 2 at a time, 3 at a time. They're unlikely to send the entire cult to fix some plumbing.
Exactly, and we can interrogate and see if, then we turn the taps more. But if we draw them out, then yeah, then we can get our information. If they're all evil and they all are
set it
praise Vecna, then just turn the taps all the way.
Oh, that sounds like so much work.
Initially a lot, let it trickle down a little, and then stop it. After, I don't know, 10 minutes, that's not enough to flood a room.
It seems like it would work for me.
Alright.
I can wait.
Rosie's going to skip back off to the room with the dials and stuff.
And Imogen, it's literally the least amount of work you could have to do in this case. They're coming to you.
It's not the least amount of work if we drown them. That's
okay,
the least amount of
then
work.
it's the second least amount of work. Either way, you get to take a break. I brought whiskey.
Don't you try to butter me up. Give it.
Yes, ma'am. And he'll pull out a flask of some fire brandy, and we'll pass it over to you. Okay, well, maybe not whiskey specifically, but, similarly. While you were speaking with that gnome, Rosie, there's another chamber over here with more dials in it. Between the two, you can probably equalize the pressure, maybe?
Alrighty. She is going to go investigate that chamber, look and figure out what looks like they do. And
so it's the exact
dance
same.
Back and forth between them.
So it looks like between the two, if you maximize the water pressure here and in that one, it will cause basins in other rooms to overflow.
Okay. I would like to do that. Do you need a roll from me?
I do not. You just do it.
Sweet.
So with that, there is going to be a little bit of time. The water begins to pump that direction. Are you all hiding? Are you doing anything, taking positions for when these folk are going to come back around the corner?
I'm gonna keep looking like one of the whites.
So
how long is this roughly taking? Because I have to basically...
It's going to take about 15 minutes.
Okay, so I will short rest, reuse key points to keep my arms and my astral vision up. Basically, I have to kind of just keep cycling every 10 minutes, but they count as short rest, so...
I'm going to do the same thing with Armor of Agathis and then take on the form of one of the white guards again.
Well,
Okay.
in that biggish room above where we were fighting some stuff, there were some doors off of it. So there might be somewhere there you could hide behind a half-closed door and then bounce out behind them as they try and come into here. And
Yeah, I think Lirwin is going to... how sturdy are the pipes, Kelly?
Pretty sturdy. I feel like I'm going to regret saying that, but why?
I want to be death from above. I want to go like try and like hide up above on the pipes.
Go ahead and make me a stealth check.
Stealth check. Can I use acrobatics or
unless somebody tells Imogen to hide? She is basically going to be the distraction that draws them all. Like once they realize, so she'll just stand there like on the far end of the room and be like, yeah, ta-da.
All right.
Rosie will note that she's going to put her cannon in the broken, kind of chopped up hallway into this fountain space.
Okay.
So if they come that way, they're going to be met with a cone of fire.
Okay, so you're going to give them the... Okay, so they're going to see it.
So I guess if Imogen wants to be able to interrogate them, she might need to be out in the big room.
I'm not interrogating. I'm waiting to see if they attack me first.
Lirwin. Sorry, for some reason those names are killing me. I'm gonna go real hard with pictures in front of me or something. But then also because we've been referring to you as a Freerin character, I've got Freerin stuck with.
I know. I made a vital mistake. I tried not to do F for Freerin, and then I went Lirwin for some reason. I'm regretting this.
We'll get it. I will get it. I think we just need to stop using like Freerin at all in this game.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, because I want to interrogate them. I think maybe Lirwin will suggest maybe we don't. We think they're going to come from the hole in the tunnel, yes? Or through the secret passageway?
Most likely. No, the secret passageway will lead outside.
So I'm thinking they're going to come from that stairwell in the big room.
The way that you didn't come. Yeah.
Because we came down into this room through a secret passage and over, but we also saw this open room next to it. And we can see it connects.
So they are likely coming through the northern passage, yes. Let's switch over to our maps.
I want to actually come from the room, like go back through the secret passage and be in the room where the whites were. So it looks like I'm coming in as reinforcements.
Sure, you can go around.
Yes, are we wanting them to come into the room with the elementals or stay in the big room? Is my question.
Imagine we probably don't want them in the elementals because the elementals are already pissed off with them and might just fight them.
Fair. Okay. Cool. Then I won't be climbing on the pipes in the room. Lirwin will be hiding in this big main room. I think actually she'll kind of be hiding with Gaunt in through the tunnel.
Just in the catacomb room that we started in?
Yeah, the main room where we fought the whites. I think Lirwin's going to be kind of hiding behind.
Okay. Which means that as they are coming in, I'm guessing that Imogen's just going to be down the tunnel past, just basically on the other side of the cannon. Ready to charge in and just start hacking people.
I can't picture this at all, and I don't understand the map that I'm looking at. So somebody put me where you think I should go. That's
all right.
I think you were saying you weren't going to hide at all, right? And you were just going to be out to meet them essentially, unless somebody told you otherwise.
No, I have disadvantage to stealth. I wear plate mail. Like, come on.
All right. And where's Rosie going to be?
Probably still in the elemental room, because if she's going to need to go back and forth to fuss with pipes, she'll probably kind of stay there until it turns into a fight.
All right.
Because Lirwin wanted to talk first.
Yes, potentially.
All right.
And that is a 22 on stealth for Lirwin.
Okay. Can I get a deception roll from Gaunt, please? With advantage because he looks like one of the whites.
Oh, I'm glad that was advantage. That gets rid of that one. So that will be 22.
22? All right. And over next to you, you are going to see that Osric has taken up a side of the wall too, but is just having a bit of trouble as you hear the sound of scrabbling coming down from the western hall. There's going to be a contingent of cultists, all dressed in long, dark robes, 5 of them, with a special priestly cultist at the front of them in darker, more purple-black robes. In front of them, a pair of ghouls, rotted humans, are going to be clawing in front, almost like scent hounds, as they lead them toward this. The mage at the back, an older man, is going to say, "Go into the pipe room. Check it. Likely those elementals causing problem again." "We should just eradicate them. Send the ghouls in first." And with that, the ghouls are going to make a break for the hallway. Is anybody doing anything first?
Basically, Boom Boom is going to hold an action until they're both in the hallway, and then fire a cone of flame.
All right, sounds
once
good.
they're in the range.
They are, yes, Liran.
I think because Liran's seeing didn't expect 8 people to come check a burst pipe, so I think Liran's going, crap. So Liran's gonna be bold and just kind of walk out and be like,
What are you doing?
I was gonna walk out and be like, "Hi."
The cultists are going to turn, holding daggers in their hand. The leader is going to look at you.
Vecna.
You want to talk about Vecna?
Mm-hmm.
What would you like to say?
Like, just wondering, I've heard about your cult. Big fan. Was wondering what it takes to join.
At that point, the ghouls are going to step into the lower hallway. Does Boom Boom take the shot?
Yes, they are within 15 feet.
Okay, that. What do I do? Is that a dex save?
Yes, they need to make a dex save, which the one that's actively in the hallway, I don't know how much of a dex save he can make. There's nowhere to dodge to.
I will give him disadvantage. So that is a 4 and a 2. Give me damage and let's roll initiative, everybody. I love that, Liran. We're here for cult stuff.
I think that's perfect, to be honest. I think that's great.
That is going to be 13 fire damage, and it ignites any flammable objects in the area that aren't being worn or carried.
Okay.
And it just exhales a cone of flame.
A cone of flame erupts, and you're going to hear the horrid shrieking of the 2 ghouls at the lower hallway, and let's roll initiative. All right, top of the initiative, there is a gout of flame that explodes down the tunnel, igniting these ghouls. They're going to let out a horrid shriek, and it is Lirwin's turn. Lirwin, what would you like to do?
Okay, so I forget for the description from last game. Is this tunnel considered difficult terrain?
This is not difficult terrain.
Okay. And opportunity attacks work when I'm leaving a person's space.
Yes, so you could run around somebody in a circle, so long as you don't leave that 5-foot area.
Okay. Cool beans. So Liran will probably get an attack of opportunity from the far, the southern cultists, but will stay in the range. So Liran's gonna run around to try and get this mage. I do have mobility, yes. I could punch,
quick reminder though, your astral arms have a reach of 10 feet.
Oh, so I could.
Yeah.
I'd still be leaving the one guy's space, no matter what.
This is true.
Yeah, so that's fine.
So he's gonna opportunity attack you. That's gonna be a hit.
Really?
That's gonna be a 22.
Oh, that just makes it.
Nice.
So good for him.
So that is going to. I need you to make me a con save.
Is this for poison?
It is for poison.
I'm immune to disease and poison.
Okay, well that's swell. You're going to take 4 points of slashing damage as he lashes out with a poisoned dagger and slashes along you. But you are immune to poison. All right.
Purity of the body, baby.
It's that vegan lifestyle.
Yep. Cool. So Leron's gonna run through that, go, and then make for a. Yeah, I lied. Vecna sucks. Can I make? Okay, I have a question. I would like to try and stunning strike this guy and also try and grapple him with my arms, but I would have grapple is a full action, yes?
Grapple is in place of an attack, yes.
Okay. An attack or attack action? Very important question.
Oh, that's a great question. Chris, it's instead of an attack, right? So you can punch and then grapple if you have 2 attacks, if I'm not mistaken.
I will try and do 1 punch, stunning strike. If not, I'll try to do 2 other punches with a flurry of blow and try and save my final attack to try and grapple if I can. I want to give him a hug with my arms.
You want to grab a creature, you can use the attack action. Okay.
Yep.
If you make multiple attacks, yeah. All right, perfect.
Cool.
All right, so go ahead. So stunning strike first, make me an attack.
Yes. Oh, I rolled a 19 plus.
That will probably hit.
9 is 28. And then I need you to make me a con. Oh, wait, is it wisdom or con? I forget.
It's con.
Hold on a second.
Okay, I'm going to spend a hurt them more.
Con.
How did I roll a 2 after doing a reroll? I rolled a 2 on the first one, and then it rolled... Okay, hold on. I only have 1 hurt them more left. No, I need to not be stunned to do anything cool. Okay. That 2 turned into a 3, so I technically rolled better on the second one.
Well.
All right. Well, he's stunned.
Cool. And then, so for the first hit, that's gonna be 11 points of magical bludgeoning damage. And then for my second attack, I would like to try and grapple him with my arms.
Okay. So he is stunned.
Mm-hmm.
So make me... he can't move.
Strength check?
Automatically fails dex and strength saves, if I'm not mistaken. So you make an attack roll against him with advantage.
To grapple him?
Yeah. Yeah, so you can make an athletics. You can make an attack roll or an athletics check. I'm fine with either. I don't care.
Okay, cool.
And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna.
I get to add my wisdom. I get to add my wisdom with my arms for all strength checks. So that's why I'm asking.
Yeah.
Because I would get. Cool.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna say that you could pretty much grapple him. Just basically hit his AC.
Yeah. Okay. Wisdom. Yeah, that's a 23.
Yeah, you're going to be able to grapple him. He's stunned. He can still move and falteringly speak. Strong, too strong. But you're going to be able to like grapple him without a problem.
Cool. And then.
Are you gonna hand clamp?
Am I gonna what?
Hit a motherfucker with another motherfucker.
Yeah, I would like to.
Okay. Hand clamp.
I mean, I could do it twice by spending a key point to do flurry of blows and try and whack a guy. I'd like to try to whack the guy that's just right, kind of diagonally to me that I ran behind with his friend.
So with his boss, you're gonna beat a man with his own boss. Yeah. Okay. Well, way to fight a boss with a boss. So there are no rules for hand clamping in games. So what we're gonna do, Robin, is I'm gonna say you're not proficient in boss. So you're going to be making improvised attack rolls. So do not add your. This is going to be a strength and wisdom based roll because you have your using your astral arms. So make me 2 attack rolls.
Cool. So not in proficiency, but doing strength and wisdom. Okay.
Yep. So you do not have to. You don't get to add your proficiency bonus to hit. And normally an improvised weapon is like 1 plus your strength bonus to damage. I'm gonna say that a human body is a D10.
Oh yeah, improvise. I was gonna say unarmed. I gotta use my monk thing, but yes, but D10. Sweet.
I'll say that that a human body is a D10. Yes.
Sweet. Okay, cool. All right, 2 attacks on the guy's boss. Oh, okay. So then strength and wisdom is +6. So that's gonna be a 15. I'm gonna spend determination because I really want this to happen.
Okay.
So dirty 20 and then a 19 to hit.
Those are both hits.
Perfect. So 2d10, and then do I add?
So yeah, you add your strength and wisdom to both because you're using your astral arms.
Oh my god, this is.
You're basically Doc Ocking this.
Yep. So yeah, you're gonna see these glowing arms, and just grab the boss, and then just go. Whap, whap.
Okay, so give me the total damage.
7 plus 12 is 19 points of magical bludgeoning damage.
Okay, so here is the deal. I have rolled. Each side of this is going to take half of that damage.
Nice, yep.
So that is going to be, you said 19 damage?
Yep.
Okay, so it's going to be 5 points of damage to the cultist and 4 points of damage to his boss. From that, as oh god, he's just not doing what is that really what happened to him?
19. Wouldn't that be
9?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
You said 5 and 4. I was like,
you're right. I'm dumb. I'm not doing it right. It's so okay.
One of them gets 9. One of them gets 10.
That's true. One of them gets 9 and one of them gets 10. They're not resistant to the damage. I was just having him then having it. No. So basically you're going to whack one and you're going to whack him into his friend, bludgeoning them with the power of friendship.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anything else on your turn?
I'll show you a hand of Vecna. That's my turn. That is my bonus action and my attack action. And then actually, because I am mobile and I attacked him, Lyra's just gonna back up 10 feet with
the guy in your hand, in your arm still. Okay.
With the guy in my arms forever.
Deliver a present to Gaunt. So, yeah, here you go.
The first cultist, at basically like the 11 o'clock spot, is going to take a step forward and say, "I command you to hold, fiend," and is going to attempt to use hold person on you. I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, get a monk to do a wisdom saving throw. Okay. Cool. Where? Let's go. Oh no.
What'd you roll?
Well, I rolled an 8 on a die, and then it's plus.
You're probably fine.
Yeah, plus.
Is it
6.
more than +5? Okay, cool.
It's +6, yeah.
All right. So for a moment, you will feel the urge to stand in place, and then it will pass, and you will be absolutely fine, ready to cause trouble again. And it is the mage and Gaunt's turn. I'm going to spend a drama bomb to have the mage shake off his stun, because that's dramatic. And as he is being held, he is... Yeah, I don't like you.
Oh man, I wasted a key point. It's supposed to last till the beginning of my next turn.
I know, but that's why I have these points, to make things even. So I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Is this for poison or disease?
Nope.
Okay. Con. That's gonna be a 14.
14 is... If I scroll down, 14 is... exactly enough, unfortunately for me, but not enough to completely avoid this. As you are holding him, he's going to hold out his hands and say, "Freeze, bitch!" And a cone of cold is going to erupt out of his hand. You're going to take half damage on this. You're going to take 20 points of cold damage as a blizzard fires from his fingertips. And Gaunt, it is your turn.
All right. Damn. I'm going to drop the disguise. And 5, 10, 15, 20. Move up to here. 25, 30, 35. Move over there. So take as many attacks of opportunity against me as you would like.
Oh boy, will I ever. I can take 2. The first one is going to dive toward you and go, yeah, and is going to miss and trip and bite his own tongue.
Oh.
Whoa.
I almost feel sorry for that. Bad for that guy.
What's your AC? I got a 16.
16.
Hey, what do you know?
You hit me.
Aw, okay, one of them is going to stab you for a D. That's going to be 4 points of piercing damage as
Great.
you run
take
past...
24 cold, or take 25 cold damage, please.
Oh, I don't like this game. I'm going home and I'm taking my ball with me.
It's tradesies.
All right, the southernmost cultist is going to lash out and stab a blade into your ribs, only for your armor of Agathis.
Yep.
To explode back, siphoning his life force into your blade.
Oh, that felt good.
All right. What else would you like to do?
You know what? Yeah. I'm going to use... I'm actually just going to... I'm gonna attack the main guy.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay, give me your first attack.
That'll be a 27.
That's gonna hit.
Awesome. 5 and so 12 damage.
12 damage. That is... How do you do it?
I'm gonna just as he's like turned around and like channeling the cone of cold towards Lyrwin, I'm gonna look over at her and be like, "I'm glad you're on my side," and then just like beat him over the head with it and just knock him out. Just knock him out.
Oh, just knock him out?
Yeah, because that's what we're doing here apparently. For now.
All right, I'm spinning a drama bomb.
Oh, damn.
And you're going to knock him out, and in doing so, going to spin around and conk the guy directly behind you for the other 8 points of damage. And as you conk him over his head, he will say, "Lord Vecna, know that Ox 2 was loyal." And he's going to flop onto the ground, dropping a ball of bat guano. I need everyone in this room to make me a dex save.
Oh no. Dexterity. Oh.
We're in the other room, right?
You're in the other room. You're in the room with water, which is where you want to be.
That'll be a nat 20. 22.
And I have a 22 as well, and I have evasion, so I take nothing from this.
Oh my god. Okay. All right, well, he's gonna erase himself. Boop. And then this, strangely, this cult fanatic's going to be completely fine, because he also got a nat 20. Okay, nice. So hold on. I just need to roll 8d6. 1 second. Okay, so I rolled 28 points of damage.
At level 10, they just take themselves out for you.
Yes, right? We don't. But Liren's like, guys, I'm trying. Like, Liren's like appreciative that Gaunt's also knocked out the main guy, and then it's just gonna be like, well, fine. Let's go kill them all because they're killing themselves.
Okay, and
Whatever.
That was a 28, so that's minus 14. All right, there is an explosion of fire that is going to rock this room. Both of you and one cultist are going to be completely fine, while two of them are going to be caught on fire. One of the ghouls, the one farthest north, is going to be blown to chunks. And one other cultist is going to kind of just be looking around like, praise Vecna!
So I still...
You still have your actions. Yeah, you totally do.
One more attack. Is that, is the praise Vecna one the one that's right in front of me?
No, it's the one in the corner. I gave him a fireball token to show that he did.
Oh, perfect. I will move up to that one because I still have 5 feet.
You do.
I think that triggers an attack of opportunity if the other guy wants to use it. Come on, hit me.
Yeah, I rolled really low on his wisdom, so that's going to be a hit. Take 4 points of damage, please.
Take 25 cold, please. This is a good trade. Very good trade.
All right, he is going to melt into the ground.
And that'll be not a nat 20, but so close. 30 to hit the other guy.
Yeah, that's not close to his... It's closer to his hit points than his AC. So...
and the praise Vecna guy will get... let's see, that's 16 points of damage.
16 points of damage. He's... Ow! I don't like you.
Just trying to help you be more like your boss and aiming for the hand.
All right. Cultist number 2 is dead. Imogen. Oh, you're aiming for his hand? I'm going to say that with half of his health gone, you're going to hack his hand off. It is going to collapse to the ground, still clutching, and is going to slowly curl into a piece, like a love sign, because he doesn't get control over that. All right.
Nice.
Imogen, you're up.
Okay, so I've just seen some explosion-y thing over there, and...
No, you didn't, because cool people don't look at explosions.
No, that's true. There's still a ghoul in this tunnel.
Who's looking very confused.
Is he still coming in our direction?
Yeah, he's gonna look at you and go...
Cool. Now, I kind of want to do this for flavor, though I know that mechanically it's not really gonna work this way.
We've been really on mechanics today, so yeah, what's up?
Yeah. My Sunblade is currently off because I didn't need it on once I opened the door. But it's a bonus action to turn on, I realized, which doesn't matter at the beginning of a battle necessarily, but here, I kind of just want to let the ghoul run towards me and then just like extend the hilt of my Sunblade and turn it on when he's close enough to impale himself on the Sunblade.
I'll allow it.
Cool.
I'll say he's gonna charge forward. I'm gonna say he can move over Boom Boom's square because Boom Boom is tiny.
Boom Boom literally fits in your hand. He's tiny.
Yeah, but Boom Boom's
so make
tiny.
me an attack roll.
Cool.
Just hey, how's it going? Voomp.
Yeah. Also, while drinking the bourbon that I'm still holding.
Just
that's
are you just Archer? Or are you just like hold on?
A little bit, yeah. I'm a little bit Archer. That's a 17.
17 is enough to hit a ghoul. Roll me damage.
Cool. Gonna see because it's Sunblade. I get 2 of those.
Oh, I guess I can close the mage's window.
Yeah. That's 14 damage.
14.
Is he still kind of existing?
Nope. How do you want to do it?
Okay. Because I was gonna use my second attack to just kind of like impaled on Sunblade, go shugugunk, and then and just shake him off the blade, essentially. So that's kind of what I do. Is
when you
impale and then.
You know what? I've got points of this.
Okay.
For fun.
I have a little image that if Imogen has shaken a ghoul off her blade and it lands on the square in front of her on Boom Boom, you see a moment where it kind of like, you know how it like when a little cat comes out of a blanket type thing, stuff like that, just kind of like pushing and like wiggling out.
Yeah.
Well, so Boom Boom's gonna crawl out of a pile of guts because Imogen is going to reflexively try to shake off this as if it were a body on a blade. However, the Sunblade is not a blade. So what's really going to happen is you're going to wave this around and basically lightsaber slash through this ghoul like 10 times. So it kind of explodes in smoking meat rather than just kind of like flops off.
That seems about right.
So now you are covered in smoking meat. You smell like a particularly bad barbecue restaurant.
It's still not my worst day.
And anything else on your turn?
Oh no, that's good.
All right. Rosie, you're up.
All right. Rosie's gonna walk to the end of this tunnel to see what the hell's going on.
There are 2 cultists remaining.
Okay.
One of which is like grabbing his now severed hand, and the other is kind of just looking bewildered, where half of his life force has been sucked out of him by some bizarre necromantic enchantment.
Fun. Okay. I've actually forgotten what the range of my pistol is.
More than their range. It is over 30 feet.
Sweet. All right, I'm gonna shoot one.
Okay, which one are you going to shoot? The one with one hand or the one that is looking
the one
very...
that's closest to me and farthest from the others.
Okay, so the one that's near the tunnel to the east?
Be more kind to kill that one because the others have to actually move to get to him.
Sounds good to me. Make me an attack roll.
Okay, let me just find my details. Yeah, we're going to use the hot pink dice today.
Use the hot pink dice.
That's a 23 to hit.
That's a hit. Roll me damage.
Sweet. And my damage on this is a d10.
Yep, d10 plus your...
A lot of stuff.
Yeah.
That is 15 damage.
How do you do it?
I think she kind of walks out, looks at the situation, goes, oh, okay, we're killing them. Bang.
All right. And anything else you're doing on your turn? I believe you can command Boom Boom on a bonus action.
Yes. So I'll command him just to move to me. And I'll just let him ride on my shoulder or something.
All right, sounds good. Anything else that takes your bonus action?
No, I think that's good. That's as far as I can move. That was 30 feet. Oh, wait, actually, I need to be back 1 foot. Don't I? Because I'm not that fast. Yes, I'm 25 feet. I forget that small characters have smaller.
You would.
Speeds.
You know what? You have a I have a something good happens. You're there. You're all good.
Okay.
Because then you would have had issues shooting him at that angle. So this works out just fine.
I am used to the 30 feet speed.
Mm-hmm. All right. That means that we are at Osric's turn. Osric is going to peer around the corner and go, huh, just like old times. And is going to mosey into the room and say, young man, if I were you, I would take this opportunity to put your hand up and surrender. And he's going to try to make a persuasion roll. Not bad. Top of the initiative, Lirwin.
Lirwin is going to try to... So the difference between grapple and restrain. I want him to be able to not attack on his turn. I guess I could try and stun him.
You can't try to stun him. I mean, like, honestly, you can grapple him and just tell him not to move.
Okay, yeah. I would like to try and grapple and then intimidate him to not move.
All right, go ahead and make me an attack roll.
Okie dokie. Ooh, this might be close, actually. Attack, I add...
It's not gonna be.
Just 16.
Yeah, you absolutely are going to grab onto him with your astral arms.
Okay, and then I'm gonna say, don't try and kill us, and answer a couple questions, and then if you want to die, we will let that happen. But if you want to live, we can also let that happen if you cooperate. Now, are you gonna do that?
I don't want to die.
Okay, great. Mind answering a few questions about where we are?
Okay. You grab on to the cultist, holding him tight. He trembles in your astral arms, Learwyn. Fine, I'll tell you. I'll tell you what you want to know. But as he says that, something dims the room. Osric takes a step back, looking around, and makes the sign of Timora. I don't like this. I'll tell you what you want to know. And as you are holding him with your astral arms, one of his eyes, he blinks once, and the whites of his eyes turn blood red. And then black as dark ichor begins to pour from the socket. It drips down the side of his face, and where the blood runs, it takes the flesh with it, until slowly all of his life begins to drain as he becomes desiccated, skeletal, and lets out a horrible death rattle. Before he dies in Learwyn's arms.
Fine. Let's just kill the cultists.
Apparently they're not giving us much of a choice.
Well, good to hear that you came around on that part.
Death's not so bad.
Take your word on it. Shall we?
Let's go rescue some hostages.
And with that, you prepare to go deeper in to the crypt and catacombs beneath Never Death Cemetery. And that's where we're going to pick up next time. Folks, I'm going to call game a little early tonight. Normally we'd be going about 3 hours, but we're having some severe tech issues and some internet problems. So thank you for enjoying this shorter game of Vecna Eve of Ruin. We'll be back with a full-length episode next week. In the meanwhile, take a look at some of our other games if you haven't already, because there's something for everyone out there. I also want to do a big thank you for everybody who came out and supported our early games and who came out for the first episode, because it has been a lot of fun seeing the response for that. I hate that we have to cut and run so early in the second episode, so please don't give up on us. We are going to defeat the tech goblins. It's just Vecna sending his minions through the internet at us. So help us defeat him. Don't let Vecna win, because he's a jerk. We don't like him. But in the meanwhile, if you want to... Techna. Yeah. Oh, God.
Curse you, Techna!
Brando in the Twitch chat. I just opened Twitch to see if it was getting any better. It killed my internet, so I immediately closed again, but that's the only comment I saw.
That's the only comment you saw? All right. Well, the only comments that I need to see are that I need to pass on love to our supporters on Patreon. Folks, Dork Tales, when it's not having this much tech issue, is smoothly ran by our friends over at Patreon. It is a passion project and is entirely supported by Patreon and like the ad revenue we get from like YouTube and Twitch, as well as our sponsor. So if you want to help support Dork Tales, head over to Patreon and you can join the likes of our amazing divine producer, who's my mom. Hi mom, how's it going? Thanks for the support. Our demonic producers, Precarious, Mysterium MK, and Sorcerer Sanguine. Our Wizards 3, Tammy the Forever Cleric, the Ink Goblin, and Karasha Urquhart, as well as our Monster Maker Soul Omen, our High Council of the Patreon, Taryn, Dustin, Amberthist, Raven with Baubles, Chef Eladeth, Larouk, Mike Baxter, Kelowna Curd, Iridian, Brian Kaler, and Nerdy Metal Gent, and of course, all of the rest who join us pretty much every night for something or other here on Dork Tales on Twitch, YouTube, or podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in to Vecna Eve of Ruin, Episode 2. We'll be back with a lot more Vecna next week. In the meanwhile, be sure to come back tomorrow night for Mage the Ascension, assuming that the internet doesn't explode on us then, and we'll be back on Sunday with more Planescape, Turn of Fortune's Wheel, and Phandelver on Monday. And if you're on our Patreon, come on Tuesday for what is likely the final episode of the main campaign of Strixhaven, A Curriculum of Chaos. I look forward to seeing you there. And with that, have a wonderful night, everyone. Good night!